We're all familiar with the phrase, "the doctor will see you now." But as fewer appointments now include a face-to-face consultation, there are concerns that these down-the-line appointments are leaving some people at risk. A new study led by the University of Oxford found an increase in missed, inaccurate or indeed delayed diagnoses as phone and video appointments with a GP become more and more common. Joining me now is GP and columnist at the Daily Mail, Dr. Martin Scurr. Good to have you on the programme, Dr. Scurr. Good afternoon to you. So are you concerned that these down-the-line appointments can actually end up being dangerous rather than helpful?
Very worried. You know, we live in a world of evidence-based medicine, and now here is the evidence confirming something that we have been aware of for a long time. And the more senior you are, the more nervous you are about trying to make a diagnosis without seeing a patient. You know from previous experience, sometimes these things can go wrong. And the fact it's become routine, really on the back of the pandemic, is a very great worry, especially to the more senior doctors who've seen previous problems. So it's a joy now that we learn. Decent research from Oxford confirms what we've all feared all along.
Can you give me an example, Doctor, of the sorts of things that might go unnoticed, or the sorts of, complications or diagnoses that might just not happen because you're not in the same room and you can't actually see the way the person's breathing and moving, and it's all centred on the one thing that the person is reporting, rather than the doctor's ability to have a look at the whole person and take a view based on years and years of experience, and also, in an ideal world, on having known the patient for years?
Well, here's an example. I was called one Sunday night at home by a neighbour who said they had a 19-year-old Italian student staying with them, and she had terrible flu, and what could she take? What should they give her? And I asked some questions, and I said, well, I don't know this young lady. How long has she been with you? Couple of days. I said, I think I better come around and see her. And I went round to the house. It was 9:30 on a Sunday evening. There she was, high temperature. She'd been vomiting, terrible headache, sweaty. I just noticed on her arm, on her wrist, some little purple flecks that looked like tea leaves. Of course, most people don't know what tea leaves look like these days, but little tea leaf-like flecks on her wrist. That was the beginning of meningococcal meningitis. Mm-hmm. And if she hadn't have gone into St. Mary's Hospital that night, she would have died. That's one example. But I can give you another story. When I went to court at the request of the coroner to give the opinion of what a GP should or might have done, when a little girl of 5, her mother phoned and had help online. The child was vomiting and had a tummy ache. And the message from the doctor was, is it norovirus? It could be. There's a lot of it around. Call us in the morning and tell us how it's going and give us some fluids. Saturday morning, another phone call. A different doctor sees the notes left by the previous doctor. Another online consultation. How's she doing? Well, doctor, she seems no better and she's been vomiting all night. Well, don't worry, norovirus does that to you. Keep giving her the fluids and a bit more paracetamol. Call us tomorrow and let us know how she is. Sunday, different doctor, online consultation, mother very worried. Doctor, she's no better. And now she's got diarrhea as well. Oh, well, you get that with norovirus. Monday morning, this 5-year-old child died of appendicitis.
Oh.
And the message is, a sick child must be examined. And you can't do an examination online, even with good vision. You have to see and examine the patients. Long-held rule in medicine. What else do we teach medical students for 6 years? And trainee GPs for 3 more years, if not how to conduct a proper examination. It's essential. The GMC, the regulator, and the Care Quality Commission should be shouting about this from the rooftops.
I'll make sure they get a jolly good chance to shout about it on this programme. Dr. Scurr, thank you very much indeed for joining us, and really, this is an incredibly important subject. We're definitely going to return to it.